The WNBA expansion draft on Decus 6 delivered quite a few surprises. The league's newest team, the Golden State Valkyries, got the opportunity to pick one player out of each team in the league. It could not have been any player on the roster, though. Instead, WNBA teams were asked to submit a list of 6 players that they wanted to protect from the expansion draft. The said list was not made public, which is why Indiana Fever fans were shocked when they learned that backup center Temi Fagbenle was not included on the team's protected players list. This ultimately led to the Valkyries snagging Fagbenle from the Fever, which did not sit too well with more than a few Fever supporters. Recently appointed Indiana Chief Operating Officer and General Manager Amber Cox was asked about the organization's controversial decision not to protect Fagbenle, who is a player fans believe was integral to the team's success last season. Cox admitted that it was a tough decision. However, she also urged supporters to look at the bigger picture. It's really part of an overall plan, which, hopefully, everyone will see unfold throughout the offseason, Cox said in a recent interview on the In Case You Missed It podcast with Christina Williams. But again, part of a bigger plan that I hope everyone will get to see unfold as we get into the rest of the offseason. As Cox hinted, fans should expect more moves from the Fever as the offseason continues to unfold. WNBA free agency is coming up, and it is very much possible that Indiana gets involved in some form or fashion. Internally, they will have to deal with the future of 2-time All-Star Kelsey Mitchell, who is going to be an unrestricted free agent once the window opens in January. Losing Fagbenle was a tough blow, but parting ways with Mitchell, who was the team's top scorer last season alongside Caitlin Clark, they both averaged 19.2 points per game, is going to be much harder for the team to recover from. Caitlin Clark has been named AP Female Athlete of the Year as the WNBA superstar beat out Simone Biles to the prestigious award. Having enjoyed a record-breaking spell at Iowa, Clark departed college as the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history. The number 1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, Clark dominated on the court, finishing as the WNBA Rookie of the Year after posting 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and a league-leading 8.4 assists per game, while setting several records, including the single-game assist record, 19. Clark led the Indiana Fever to their first playoff berth since 2016 and is spearheading a women's sporting revolution. The 22-year-old's unique appeal transitioned to the professional level too, with Clark's Fever regularly breaking the record for the most-watched WNBA game in history. Even after everything she's won and accomplished, Caitlin Clark still has her haters. Clark dealt with her share of criticism when entering the WNBA this past year, and ended up proving all her detractors wrong after capping off a historic rookie season. The Indiana Fever star will likely only get better from here, equipped with a new, experienced coach in Stephanie White and a team that is coming off a playoff appearance for the first time since 2016. Despite Clark's emerging dominance in women's hoops, she wouldn't stand a chance against a G-leaguer like Bronny James, according to former NBA All-Star Jeff Teague. Teague, a 12-year vet who won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks, thinks Clark would get badly beaten by the Los Angeles Lakers rookie in a hypothetical one-on-one contest. Teague also said he thought Clark would only be able to beat high school kids. Teague's co-hosts pushed back on his take, saying they thought Clark could at least take on Division I men's college hoopers. But Teague remained staunchly in denial. Clark, who turns 23 in January, recently added one more award to her glittering resume of accolades, which notably include WNBA Rookie of the Year and the NCAA Division scoring title for men and women. Her number 22 jersey for Iowa will be retired at Carver Hawkeye Arena on Feb 2. Last Thursday, Sexy Y Red graced Reese's Unapologetically Angel podcast, where the WNBA star eagerly requested a twerking lesson. Clips from this exchange quickly made the rounds on X, formerly Twitter, earlier this week, prompting a wave of reactions from the fans. One irate fan vented, "Yeah, Angel Reese is cooked. Shaq need an apology too. Red didn't even have to try to get this bog to act like that thought." Another disillusioned viewer lamented, "I'm tired of seeing black female rappers. After a few words, they start twerking. It's boring now. No substance, nothing." Unapologetically, Angel launched amidst the celebrated rookie season of Reese, serving up candid discussions on a variety of topics weekly, and is produced by Shaquille O'Neal's The Big Podcast Network, stationed at Playmaker HQ. The 22-year-old All-Star is currently engrossed in training for the forthcoming inaugural season of the 3-on-3 Unrivaled Basketball League, set to tip off next month in Miami, Florida. With Reese among the 36 talented WNBA players slated to participate, the league was founded by notable players Breanna Stewart, New York Liberty, and Nafisa Collier, Minnesota Lynx. Centered in the Rose Basketball Club, Reese teams up with fellow stars such as Chelsea Gray, Las Vegas Aces, Kalia Copper, Phoenix Mercury, Brittany Sykes, Washington Mystics, Lexi Hull, Indiana Fever, and Azura Stevens, LA Sparks. In anticipation of the Unrivaled season, Reese has expressed enthusiasm about the opportunity, emphasizing that it offers a lucrative avenue for players during the WNBA offseason without having to venture overseas, a burden many have previously faced. She is keen on continuing her development alongside some of the finest talents in the sport. Unrivaled will run from January 17 to March 17, presenting 6 competing teams in its debut season, with all fixtures slated for broadcast on TNT Sports. Indiana is buzzing with excitement as the WNBA season approaches, and much of the anticipation centers on Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rising star. After an outstanding rookie season, Clark has captured the hearts of Fever fans, who are eager to see what she can achieve in her sophomore campaign. Adding to the excitement is the arrival of new head coach Stephanie White, whose leadership is expected to elevate Clark's game even further. The Fever recently gave fans a glimpse into what promises to be an exciting partnership between Clark and White. In a behind-the-scenes look at Clark's first workout with the new coach at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the team showcased the intensity and focus of their training sessions. Clark was seen engaging in a series of demanding drills, while White provided direct feedback and guidance. The footage highlighted White's hands-on coaching style, which earned her WNBA Coach of the Year honors in 2023 with the Connecticut Sun. Miller's endorsement carries weight not only because of his legendary status, but also due to his familiarity with what it takes to succeed at the highest level. His excitement about Clark's development under White's mentorship reflects his belief in their potential to achieve great things together. Having seen their first workout session, Miller appeared genuinely impressed by the synergy between player and coach. As a 3-time All-NBA shooting guard and one of the most prolific three-point shooters in NBA history, Miller recognizes talent when he sees it. His enthusiasm for Clark's growth and White's coaching approach adds another layer of optimism for Fever fans. With such high praise and expectations from an icon like Miller, all eyes will be on Caitlin Clark as she embarks on her second season in the WNBA. Sue Bird, a retired WNBA legend and passionate advocate for the league, recently shared her thoughts on Caitlin Clark, Time's Athlete of the Year, during her A Touch More podcast with partner Megan Rapinoe. Bird, who spent 19 years in the WNBA, praised Clark for her undeniable impact on the sport, likening her to a catalyst that has amplified the league's momentum. The fire was going. It was burning, and it was burning brighter. But Caitlin came, and she poured gasoline all over that thing and just took it to another level, Bird said, reflecting on Clark's influence. Clark's recognition has sparked debates across the basketball community, with some questioning whether the honor should have been shared among all WNBA players. Among those dissenting is Sheila Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, who suggested that Time should have instead spotlighted the entire league as League of the Year. Johnson's argument stems from the WNBA's significant growth this year, from increased viewership to booming merchandise sales. However, Bird remains steadfast in her belief that Clark deserved the accolade, while also acknowledging the contributions of the league's other players. There is no Caitlin Clark without the WNBA, Bird emphasized, highlighting the foundation built by generations of athletes before Clark. Bird's perspective is rooted in her love for the game and her recognition of its evolution. While she acknowledges that the league was already gaining traction, she credits Clark for accelerating its rise in popularity. In the height that it reached this year, of course the player, of course the stardom, and of course the long threes, she put the ball in the basket. Of course, she's deserving. Both things are true at one time, Bird stated, balancing her admiration for Clark with respect for the league as a whole. Clark's signature style of play marked by her deep three-pointers and undeniable skill has not only drawn attention to her, but also cast a brighter spotlight on women's basketball. Bird noted how Clark's presence has helped dispel criticisms often leveled at women's basketball, such as the lack of dunks, by showcasing a style of play that demands respect. Suddenly, there was this college girl with her signature logo threes, and the pure way she played the game demanded respect, Bird said. While debates continue about whether Clark's recognition is an individual or collective achievement, one thing is clear. Her arrival has ignited a new wave of interest in the WNBA, pushing both her and the league into a brighter spotlight.